Hello everyone, it's Ekota. How are you doing?
Well, today we want to check out which of these characters, Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, keeps the house and car. But the car is not important, but a house cleanest. Like which one has a cleaner house, at least from their own perspective. Now, from this comparison, what we're going to check is from Michael's home, we're only going to check his room and kitchen. We're going to check other surrounding areas, but you already know that we're only checking the part that he manages, like Jimmy's room, Tracy's room. It doesn't concern him. If he's clean or dirty, it's not his personal problem. At least as a father, he's not going to go and take care of it for them. They're adults. And for Michael, is majorly his room. We're going to check other parts of his house for the old house, but you already get that is his room major that he manages. He's not even usually in the house. It's aunt that manages other stuff. And we are going to start with Michael. As you already been listening to the past that his madam is saying, um, Trevor, Amanda complains about how she takes care of the house, and he made complaints that wife thinks that she's not um cleaning the house enough. Now you might look at this kitchen now and say that Michael is very clean, but I think that you should slow down a little bit because this is like Michael also has two parts for him. Each of these characters has two parts. Michael's part will be the part where we check out house with his family and without his family. Then for Trevor, we check out Sandy Shores. Then Vespucci Beach house. Then for Michael, then Franklin, we check out the old house, his own house, then the new house that Lester gave him. Now, as you can already see that the maid here cleans the house, so that's why you see that the house is clean. And for the compound of Michael's house, there is a gardener outside that takes care of the house, the swimming pool, and all those stuff. So you already know that. As you can see that I woke up to her, she's washing the plate. Like the other time, there was no place in the sink because she already washed it. But now you already see her, you can see her like washing the plate. And also,
Messy people.
you already see
I
that
think
she
this
already
is
see
your
that we are messy
problem.
people, showing that it's not only Michael that's messy, all of them are messy. And
Oh, you can take the girl out of the strip club.
why I just shut my mouth during this time is because of you could already hear this funny clip that the guy made. I don't need to say it, but let's just continue with the video. As you can see now, in Michael's house, when his family is not around, there is flies in the kitchen, there is dirty plates in the sink. Now, I don't know whether it was them, like his family that left it before leaving, or whether it was him that left it. But most probably it's him. I didn't check out like the other time where they left to go and see how the house was, but you could also see that in the room, like it's scattered with things. And I highly doubt it was Amanda that did this. It was most probably him. I don't know whether you could remember the room that I showed you people before his family left. It was like all these little like clothes in the floor. I don't know whether it's clothes or books wasn't there. Now for the compound part, which is funny, is well, regardless of whether the family is around or not, it's still like quite clean. Now this is not that far from when the family left, so I don't know whether like if you get to the end of the game, the family later came back again. But I don't know whether if you get to like a significant time after the family left, so that there will be a difference. But I highly doubt that because like maybe this is just like how will I put it? Like it's not like you can go to the kitchen and wash the plate yourself. So you're not the one deciding how clean Michael would be. He's the one deciding that according to how the game gave him the ability to be. So you already get that. I think that this is just how the game coded this part to be. So it doesn't matter whether um since they coded it to be that way and it unlocks like when the family leave they will unlock this part when the family was around this is the part that will unlock depending on the cutscene that you wake up to or you die and come back to. But you already see that other parts of the house are just basically the same regardless of whether family is around or not, but the kitchen and the room is clean. Also he keeps his toilet clean regardless of whether family is around or not. And some people will like that cover areas will say that there is another toilet or bedroom at least in the other part. This one is not even a bedroom, it's a toilet. But this one this door now that you see that is always unlocked is the bedroom. But as far as that one goes, that's the toilet that we have access to. So that's the only one I'm gonna check. And you could see the car for all of them interior at least is basically the same, it's clean, not dirty. I don't even know what with dirty is, but you know, like normally you should be able to get dirty. But the exterior is different for each of them. Like Nike's car is it's clean, at least for someone that drives around. Do you find that there's a part that has like kind of that is done of dusty, which for someone that drives around in a city, I don't even see dusty parts in Los Santos, and I've not taken Michael at this point in time, at least in the game, out of Los Santos to go to that part. So I should not say like he got dirty in Sandy Shores or something. So, but let me at least get him drunk, at least to give people a reason why Michael is dirty when he's the only one at home. I'm not going to be a bad person. So if he's drunk, if you can just pretend like if he weren't drunk, he would have kept the house clean. At least let me take some of the blame away from him. If I didn't get him drunk, maybe, just maybe, he would have been clean. Now we are going to turn on to Trevor in Sandy Shores' house. They're going to start with the compound. Now this compound, I'm not going to say it's dirty, but I'm not going to say it's clean. Like, it's not trimmed. I don't even expect Trevor to go and start trimming it, but you know, if he's a clean person, he will trim it out. And his car park is rusty. I don't know whether I can say that because something is rusty, it's dirty, because you know, if things start getting old, they will start getting like looking dirty. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're dirty, but we should not give him the benefit of the doubt, because if you come into his house, you see that everywhere is started. And this is why that Aaron is here. I don't actually think that you're going to say that Aaron did it, because even when Ron wasn't around, or like when he was living here, this house wasn't like a place to go and say that you're going to be jumping about when you see that Trevor is the cleanest person in the world or most clean person in the world, because he wasn't even clean. But it's even worse now. Yes, you can say that there was a time where the bikers came and trashed his house, but if he was a clean person, he would have cleaned it up. And his bedroom and toilet is not clean also, or anything. And that is, I don't know what I'll call it, shower. I didn't see a shower there at least. And his bed is also like, you can just basically say that Trevor is dirty. At least this Sandy Shores house is what you call dirty. We cannot really call it clean by any stretch of imagination. Am I going to say it's the worst? I don't know. But let's check his Vespucci house. And I'm looking up to him with, what was this guy's name? Is he Wade? I don't really know. But whatever they are doing together in bed, it's not my personal problem. But you could already see that even in this new house, look at the bed. This bed even has stains on it. And you already know that the room is not that bad if you look at the bed and the books everywhere. And not even healthy books. I'm not even calling him healthy. At least he treats his eyes to good looking women. But whether you want that or not is your own personal problem. But you can see, like, I don't know whether this like pasta from spaghetti all sprayed in the floor. The kitchen is dirty. There's water filled in the sink. Plates are not washed. Like, everywhere is just like, even the pizza that he ate, he just left it there. Look at the stains that this guy made when he sat down. After doing that cleanup and he sat down in his chair, he's still there. Like, you can basically say he doesn't even clean up at all. Like, any stain that comes to his house, pretend like it will be there forever. Any of it. And like I said, he treats his eyes properly to good looking women. Make up that information what you will. But when we go to his, I don't know what is it mannequin that they call this stuff? But the female mannequin is in his bedroom, and his bedroom is not even clean. And I don't even want to turn around to the toilet because I don't know whether he doesn't press the button, because he has like weeks of releasing his food there without ever doing the necessary deed of pressing that button or pushing the lever, whatever you want to call it. And his car is rusty. It's not rusty because all these things here are sand, because I really thought it was rusty, but when you look inside the boot, what was supposed to be the boot, like if it wasn't a car like this, you see that it's sand, that is all those stuff. But like I said, the interior is basically the same. It's clean, at least it has a brown thing. But just like Michael, I'll give you the benefit of that. I don't really want to, but at least get him drunk to pretend like if he weren't drunk, he wouldn't have been this dirty. Like I said, pretend that because I don't really like giving Trevor the benefits of the doubt. Now, for the last person, we come to Franklin, which, like I said, I will check every part of his house. I should only check, like, how would I say it, his room, at most his kitchen room. But while I'm checking other parts of his house, it's just, I highly doubt that he wants to take care of every other thing just for Trevor Franklin to take care of only his room. But as you can see that we are not seeing any major problems here. Obviously, I'm not going to leave anything with that because his auntie might just be a very clean person, even if it's dirty. But as you can see that everywhere is nice. The sitting room is clean. The kitchen is clean. I'm not going to say that his room is not dirty, but it's not like the most packed you will see. Like, he's not efficient with placing his stuffs where it should be, because like if you see, it's not like he throws things anywhere, but like he's not very efficient in packing his things. Like, there's clothes on the bed, there's still some stuffs on the ground, but it's still better than what we saw Michael doing with his room without his family, and what Trevor is doing with his own room. But in the new house, you can now see like the true Franklin, and he has space here, because you can see that in the other space, the bed majorly takes out the entire room. But here that he has space, you can see that everywhere is clean. That's why I find that at least I've not seen anyone working in his house. Everywhere is clean. The corridors are clean, the sitting room are clean. There's no kitchen in this house for some reason, as big as it is. At least I couldn't find one. Maybe one of those locked rooms that you cannot access is the kitchen or something, but at least for the part you could see, the swimming pool is clean, the compound is clean, the corridors are clean. For this, is it even corridors? But yes, there's one upstairs, but can you really call the one downstairs a corridor? But whatever, what I know is that it is clean. The compound is just clean, and everything that should be trimmed is trimmed. I don't know how he does this, or whether he hires someone to do it when we are not around. Though there's a cutscene that you will see, like where Franklin is taking out the garbage. So as far as taking care of his house goes, we could literally say that Franklin is the best at doing it, because I've seen him taking out his garbage in a cutscene before. And you already know that I cannot just start putting cutscenes to bring it up again. I don't know. If I see it, like while going through my video selections, I will put it on screens for you to see. But if I don't, I'm not going to put it, because like it takes a high amount of time for you to come at a curtain that you saw before. But you could basically see that when you're going around this and you feel peaceful. Like if they just evict Franklin from his house and tell you to live here, you're not going to have a problem like with having to clean up. So Franklin, you can say, is a very clean person. Even if you say that Lester cleaned this house before he packed in, at least he have lived there for a single amount of time that he was a dirty person like Trevor, it would have significantly dealt a lot of damage to it. So no, he's clean. Everywhere is just the way it is. Now, a good way to stay clean is to not dirty things at all. Like if you dirty something, clean it up immediately. Like you could see in Trevor's house. I don't even know how he managed to, I don't know how to put it, but all those stains in the ground, I don't know how he got there. Was he eating while walking around? And even if it was, why not just clean it out then? But regardless, you could say that as far as being clean goes, that is what we have seen. Franklin is the best at it. Then the second person is Michael. You might actually say that Michael would have competed if only I didn't think about what would happen if his family wasn't around. Because if I wasn't making this video with his family around, I would have said that Michael was clean and his house is very clean. But you already see that since I checked that, what about when his family is around, just like what I did for Franklin, you could see that no, Michael isn't actually that clean. Franklin is cleaner, then Michael, followed by Michael. Then the last person, obviously, is Trevor, because Trevor is the worst. Now, this is the second one I was telling you about, so I don't know whether you call it a corridor or anything. But for the car, like I said, the interiors are basically the same. It's clean for everybody. Now, the textures are not that best. At least, as we have seen GTA 6 trailer, it doesn't look good clean anymore. But he takes care of his car. The car, even though his car is white, it's basically clean, and even the motorcycle is clean. But as far as this video goes, first position goes to, at least in cleanliness, goes to Franklin. Second position goes to Michael. Third position goes to Trevor. And since he kept his house clean, at least let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and get him to take a beer. So thanks for watching, guys. That will be it for today's video.